Well, John, coming up against Reece for the first time, mate. You looking forward to that?
I haven't thought about it too much, to be honest. I don't really often think about who's in the opposition coach's box. It's who are out in the ground and what they're up about. But look, he's got them playing really competitive footy. They're the number one pressure team in the competition at the moment, so they're fierce. We saw what they were able to do with the Giants last week. They'll compete, and they'll compete for the entire game. So it's a real credit to how they're going about it.
It's pleasing for you when you see one of your old staff members make the rise up.
I'm thrilled that Shorey, Stewie Dew, those guys are coaching. It's fantastic to have some people out and about doing those same roles that you're doing. I think it's a I feel good about that. But that doesn't mean that you go any easier on game day. You wish them all the best and hope they go well in their careers, except when they play you. So that's the obvious one. But it's great that they've got those opportunities.
You mentioned their pressure in sort of watching North. Did you, in the back of your mind, think, geez, that's, they're playing like the team that Reece used to play in, or playing like the team that Reece used to help coach?
Well, they're certainly playing with fierce pressure, and what he's based that on, I don't know. It's like naturally you base your coaching philosophies on a number of different things and experiences that you've had over the years, not just one. And he was here for a long time, but he's certainly got them playing fierce football, and that's a real credit to him to be able to get the team playing like they are over that, the entire 4 quarters as fierce as what they are.
Swans footy evolved, or is it something that, like elements of it, that you'd like to see your team sustain that sort of pressure?
I think that's what you always try and aim for, that sustained pressure over 4 quarters. There's a technical part of the game, the mechanical part of the game that's important, but it's always built upon the foundation of the pressure and what you do around the ball, not only on the opposition, but the ability to get from contest to contest as well, and that's what they're doing very well at the moment.
You get any guys back this week?
We've got a couple back available for selection, so we'll sit down after this and work out what the team looks like, and make a decision from there.
Sam Naismith, one of those?
No, he won't be back this week. So he's just been short on his preparation. So he had a slight hamstring strain, which meant that he's back running. He'll train today, and we're confident that he'll be able to train well today. But we still need to get a bit more training into him before he plays. So we'll make a decision on that next week, what he looks like for next week.
When do you think, I suppose both for him and Sam Reid, what could be realistic is, say, next week with being a short break in that Thursday night game, does it make it an even trickier kind of proposition?
Sam Reid won't be available for a number of weeks still, so he's still a number of weeks away. That'll come into the discussions next week for Sam Naismith, but he's not going to play this week, so we're not sort of focused on that just at the present time.
And is Sam Reid still sort of has there been any setback there, or it's just a cautious sort of?
No. It was always he's started running, so no, he's just going along on the program that he had assigned to him. So he's running, he's having a kick, but he's not back into training yet.
Todd Goldstein was pretty good for the Kangaroos. You happy with how Cal's going? You've given him a good shot against him?
Yeah, it's a big challenge for him. He's one of the best ruckmen that's played over the last 10 to 15 years. And he's looked like he's not getting any worse off. He's getting better as he gets older, and he was fantastic last week. I mean, his relationship with his midfielders is very good. He's got very soft hands. He knows how to find his teammates at ground level. He's an elite ruckman, and so it's a challenge for Cal to be able to come up in a really contested situation over the entire 100 minutes. He rucks every minute of the game, so that's one of the challenges for us, and for Cal in particular, is to try and match him in that area, because he's, as we know, an elite ruckman.
There's been a lot made of the travel factor sort of post-COVID. Does it feel any different, or is there anything significantly sort of different compared to normal seasons?
About travelling?
Yeah.
We haven't travelled yet, so we'll find out this week. A bit different. We obviously go down with the Giants this week on Friday and come back on the Saturday. But when that was initially brought up from the AFL, which was probably a month or so ago now, about would we be prepared to do that for the sake of the competition getting going again, it just made sense. There's so many obviously restrictions on what players and staff can or can't do now, that it just made sense to be able to travel down together and travel back together, and I think it was just a common sense decision.
Is it to have to arrange sort of different I suppose different to what you've been doing normally? Does it make it that much harder? I mean, a lot of people say this sort of how hard this premiership will be to win. Do you think interstate teams that are having to make those sort of trips more regularly are more disadvantaged?
Oh, not necessarily. I think if it is what it is. When you take that approach into all of this, there's a lot of things that aren't normal, not only for AFL players or football teams, for the community for a long time. So I think we're just like everyone else. You just take it in your stride and adapt and get on with the job at hand. And it's like both North Melbourne and Essendon came up here last week, and they probably had to leave their houses at 6 o'clock in the morning the day of the game. And whilst that's not ideal, they get on with it, and that's just the approach you've got to take. You've just got to take everything in your stride.
You think you'll be sitting up the front with Leon having a beer on the way down or something like that?
Certainly not. No, I wouldn't think so. No, that hasn't crossed my mind. So I usually don't get up the front anyway. So Leon tends to get up the front a lot more than what I do. So I'll have to send him a text message from row 48.
Thanks, guys.
This one, last race one, he's generally a pretty colourful character. Has there been any text messages or calls or odd voicemails or anything like that?
Oh no, he gets game face on. When you become a coach, you become a little bit different. And
business now,
no, it's absolutely all business. Yeah. No, it's we catch up at the end of the seasons, and we caught up occasionally during that period of stand down, just touching base, how things are going. But no, when it doesn't matter how close you are to people, and I'm certainly close to Shorey. It's when you start to compete against them, it's all bets are off until after the game.
Can I just get one quick one on Buddy? We heard from him this week. He's going to get back to his best. Is there any time frame for him yet at the moment? How's he going?
No update. Sorry, he's going all right, but no, there's no update. Yes, he's still a few weeks away.